Just my opinion.
The podcast.
Mike Roberts, baby.
My name is Hery Irizarry.
Hello, everybody. This is Hery. I'm here with Mike. Welcome to Just My Opinion. How you doing, Mike?
What's up, my dude? How are you today, Hery?
Muy bien. I'm good, man. I have the sniffle, so it's going to be bad. So sorry in advance. It's going to sound like somebody's eating soup over here, but it's not. It's me and my allergies.
Got the
Some
sniffles.
hot soup.
Got the sniffles.
The sniffles.
Oh,
La alergia. Tengo la alergia.
whoa, what was that? I like
Nada.
that. What is that? What does that mean?
Alergia. Allergies.
Tango Alaria?
Tengo. I have.
Okay.
Alergia.
Tango Alaria.
Yeah.
Oh, I could do that. Oh, I can
No,
definitely.
you can't, but it's good that you're trying.
Tango Alaria.
Oh, alergia. Like with an H, alergia.
Alejia.
Hey.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I hablo
Muy
de
bien,
Espanol. I hablo it. You know, here we are.
I can see you try to speak Spanish, but for some reason you're moving like a robot. Hablo español. Hablo español.
No.
Shoulders are like tens over there. Like, hablo español. You're the guy that plays Terminator in Spanish who translates the voice. Hablo español.
Yeah. Tango Alaria. Huh. Alergia.
What's going on, man?
Not much.
You know it's Thanksgiving week.
Yes, it is. We are. That's right.
You
This
ready
is
for turkey?
Technically, it's a Thanksgiving show.
Yeah.
We're in here.
Yeah. Can't wait. It's my favorite time of the year.
It is.
One of them.
It is definitely one of my favorite holidays, and it came upon us
Yeah,
quick
it is.
this year. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know about
Like
you.
last week was summer, and today is this
Thanksgiving.
week is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I can't believe it, and it's kind of good. Like, I'm excited about Thanksgiving week for a number of reasons. Okay, I think at your job things get a little busier, but at my job things
Yeah,
get
kind of.
my job gets pretty slow Thanksgiving week.
Oh, so you don't do shit?
I'm gonna have a pretty well. I'm definitely not gonna omit that on the record, but it definitely slows down a little bit this week, because all the people I do business with typically they started their vacation Friday afternoon. So
They go to the island.
yeah, dude, I have people they don't get me wrong. It's
They
not
go to the Keys and shit.
yeah, like all these rich people. That's what they do. Like, don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
don't get the opportunity to do that. I'm very envious at them sometimes, but at the same time, at least I get to be here talking to you.
True. And we're gonna talk about turkey.
We're gonna talk about turkey.
I don't know. I'm just.
We can talk about turkey. What's your favorite?
Well, this year you usually guys do your family take pictures.
Yes. So
You'll go to the farm and get dressed and shit, pretending to love each other.
yeah, dude, and you know what's the worst about family pictures is that everybody's got a like attempted match. So you have like 40 people. What kind of red did we buy? They said we were wearing red.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that Jenny's kids are wearing that shade of red. What about Sally's kids? What kind of shade? Oh, theirs is more like a maroon red. So it's not red.
Is
it's more-
Linda the one checking?
Dude, Melinda, normally she is definitely the organizer of things like that.
Yeah. She's like, okay, that one is not the right one.
Yeah.
Can you go back to Walmart and get one?
What Melinda will do is she'll come in at the second phase, like meaning we're there day of the photos. We've got different color shades of red going on in this family photo. Melinda will at least organize it so that it's a gradual, if you look at the picture, it will be a gradual change of red from light to dark.
I can see that she will do. Yeah.
So that it at least looks like we did it on purpose.
Where are you guys going this year? The farm again?
Yes. We go to it's the farm. Yeah,
Well, I mean, the pictures look like a farm,
It
so I'm
does.
assuming it's a farm.
No. It is.
Unless you guys go to Sears and do the background.
Dude, you're
And then Linda's like the lady at the cruise. Put your hands like this and your shoulders like this. I can see Linda doing all that shit and giving instructions, and your whole family like rolling their eyes like, this bitch again.
Dude, you're
But we love you.
You are on it.
Oh my God! I can see Devin going like, "Oh shit!" He's spitting his thing.
Oh, here it is again. Michael's wife. Always got to be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
No.
my goodness.
So yeah, we do. We go down to my aunt's house. So she hosts like Thanksgiving, and yes, she does live more in like the country part of the state. Oh man, now you hear me.
Okay.
Now my yo tengo alerios are everywhere. I got a little allergies myself. So, and we go all the way down there. It's like 2 hours, 2 hours south. But you know the best part.
2 hours. Everybody dressed the same way. You guys take a bus?
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Okay? Here's my favorite part about doing family Thanksgiving 2 hours away. When it comes time that you're ready to be done, you just get in the car and go.
True.
This is my favorite part about doing Thanksgiving at somebody else's house. Now, I do help.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
I love my aunt. It's like one of my, I'm probably going to catch a lot of backlash for this, but this is one of my favorite aunt's houses. So, like, my Aunt Sally and I have always been really close. So, I'm excited to go to her house, and there's always a great spread of food, but by the end of the night, now that all of the what once were children are grown up, all of the elders are drinking so much earlier in the day.
Well, they're not all grown. The little one that was in your house the other day, he had a lot of energy.
Oh, Marshawn, my nephew.
My goodness. He was awesome. He was great to be around. I was like, oh, this kid is cool. But he had a lot of energy. It reminded me of my kids when they were little. But, man, he was doing backflips. He was singing. Like, this is Michael Jackson in the making over here.
Bro, he is. He thinks he's a movie star, this kid. And he knows he's cute. That's the problem.
And, he is so freaking smart.
Yeah. You try to get him. Dude,
he was so good. Yeah, so smart. Also, yeah, be ready to be around that table. Around him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a thing. So, yeah, man, we go all the way down there. It's changed as we've gotten older. And what's kind of nice is, like, because all of the families are, like, remarried. You know what I mean? Like, divorced and remarried, like all the elders.
Ooh.
So
the family's bigger now, too.
Yeah, so when we go down there, and my aunt's got a Mexican husband. So, his family comes, too. Yeah. So, I got everything in my family, okay? I'm like a Heinz 57, a little bit of everything, okay? So
I believe the guy has sharpshooters somewhere in that farm, just in case something happens.
Oh, yeah. Uncle Lupe's definitely got guns.
Pepe! Vámonos!
No, he doesn't do the whistle. Well, he does whistle. He whistles.
He does the signal.
Yeah.
He does it. Oh, they have a whistle.
The Mexicanos. And that sounded legit. Whoa. So, yeah, my uncle, and that's my Uncle Lupe. My uncle, it's Lupe. Let me tell you his name. Guadalupe Aguirre Jr.
Yeah.
I wish I had a badass name like that. Michael Roberts. Hi, I'm Mike. Like, I always tell him that. I'm like, dude, if you say your name slow, and he hates it, it's not that he hates it, but, he's not like me and you, high energy. So when I talk to Uncle Lupe, he can be, but when I come at him and I'm like, try to make it about him, he doesn't like that. I'll be like, Uncle Lupe. I'm like, your name, if we slow it down, that's pretty badass. And he'll just be like, just stiff. Just hold it. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. Uncle Lupe don't like that.
I think, I don't know. That's not a good sign because I think some people are like that with people around them that are not like, get away from me.
Well, but then he'll...
Like, that's a defense mechanism. Like, this is a defense mechanism. I have somebody who I really don't like or don't know, I'm going to be like that.
Yeah, but then
That's a signal, like, you need to get the fuck out. Get out my face.
Well, as I've gotten older...
I'm trying to say it, but I'm not saying it.
As I've gotten older, we've gotten much closer. Because, like...
Good.
And we'll...
He can stand you a little bit more now.
Well, we'll hang out and we can talk a little bit more and we'll start cutting up. He's funny as a motherfucker, dude. When we were kids, he was the cool uncle. Because when we were kids, because like you said, down there on the farm where they live, like, you can ride four-wheelers and do all this.
La granja. That's what you got to tell him.
What is this?
Granja.
Granja?
Granja.
Granja. Is there like a...
Granja.
Granja.
Yeah. That's farm.
We're going to call this episode Spanish 101 throughout because you just need to keep giving me Spanish words and we'll practice.
Well, you remember, you correct me all the time, so shut the hell up.
No. I'm not complaining. I like it.
Oh.
You know me, bro. If there was a way that I could easily just like put a USB drive in the back of my dome and be like, now I know Spanish, I'd be a Hablo S. We do this whole fucking podcast in Spanish. And they'd be like, oh shit, the
Man.
Blanco's on one. Oh shit. Oh shit. So, yeah, growing up down there, we rode four-wheelers and stuff, and Uncle Loopy used to come out. And at the time, I know now that he was probably drinking and smoking a little bit. But he would come out and go, make that motherfucker do a wheelie and gas it, man! And, dude...
The accent really comes out.
Bro, he does. And I'm not even joking. Like, when he drinks a little bit more, he becomes cholo.
Oh, it's a side note. It has nothing to do with it, so let's go back to Thanksgiving right away. But my dad, he lived here in Florida for many, many years. I guess he was living around a lot of Mexicans for like so many years. When my grandmother passed away, they asked me if I can find him to give him the news.
Okay.
So it's a long story, but I found him. He was in prison, and I was able to find him through Google. But anyway, when I found him, the guy said to me, the officer said, well, all the inmates are in bed right now. We're going to have him call you in the morning, right? So they said 8 in the morning, be prepared because he's going to call you. I'm like, okay. So 8 in the morning, the phone rings. And, the speech, it's from
this
whatever
call is
facility,
recorded,
blah, blah, blah.
and it's from da-da-da.
Yeah. And when he starts talking, he goes like, yo, it's it. And I'm like, hello?
Es tu papa?
How are you, my niño? Like, what? I'm sorry, who's this? It's me, your papa. Like, what? Who?
Es tu papa.
I'm sorry, who? Can I talk back to the cop real quick? And I'm like, I wasn't sure if it was him because my dad doesn't have a Mexican accent, but I haven't talked to him in years. And I'd say, it's me, your papa. What's going on, mi niño? I was like, Eddie? No, who else? It's me. I was like, oh, you sound different. You sound a little different. What do you mean? I sound different. No, I don't know. Can't tell, but something different. I remember telling him, hey, I wasn't sure. All this conversation, I told him about it. I told him about grandma, but I wasn't sure. I was like, I hope I'm not telling some other random guy that his mom died, but it's not him.
But you know what? If it was some other guy, that was a nice man. He heard you out, right? Let you talk.
So, yeah, and I was like, I just want to let you know, Dad, that grandma passed away, right? And there was a silence for like a few seconds, and then he goes, life is tough, my niño. I was like, what? And he's like, there's nothing I can do. I'm in these four walls here. That's life. I feel bad that I cannot be with my mother and my brothers and sisters.
Get the fuck out.
But I'll be in my prison, my cell, alone. I was like, yeah.
Okay, Chapo.
Anyway, Dad, it was nice talking to you. You know I love you, mi niño. You be good. Yeah.
Did I just talk to a Mexican?
I was like, and I hung up, and I went back to my wife and I said, Sasha, I think I talked to Dad, but he was Mexican. And Sasha was like, and? I was like, he's not Mexican. He's not Mexican, so I don't know what happened there, So anyway, that was my story.
Wow.
But yeah. Yeah. I guess it's contagious.
I remember my mom dated a guy when I was growing up that went to jail a lot. And, bro, I didn't know. And I remember, like, the first time I went to jail, I thought it wasn't his fault, because I was a kid. And I sent this guy, remember, like, I don't know if you got this in school in Puerto Rico or not, seriously. But when I was in school here, they started giving us, like, you've probably seen your kids had them, the agendas. With your calendar and like your parents look at your shit and your notes and stuff.
Oh, that doesn't exist in Puerto Rico.
But you remember from your kids.
My kids.
Okay.
Yeah, my kids. But not in Puerto Rico. We don't do that. And we don't do agendas in Puerto Rico. You just show up.
So I took my agenda, and it's actually kind of sad in retrospect, but it was kind of funny to look at. I tore all of the dates out that he would be in jail, and folded it up, and I
Yeah.
mailed it to him so he would have a calendar in jail. What a dick.
So you can keep up with time.
Yes. I was like, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because I didn't understand at the time how jail worked. So in my head, I'm thinking this guy is sitting in a block house, with scratching days off into the wall, etching with the lines, and meanwhile
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he shouldn't have to do that. He sounds so sad. They shouldn't have put him in jail. He didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
As an adult, I'm like, man, I was sending this motherfucker. That bitch was probably like, man, fuck this guy, dude. Now I'm keeping track of everything.
It's incredible. Yeah, I don't know. For us in growing up Puerto Rico, we only knew the agenda we had, our calendar was we knew what the seasons of the year. We knew when summer was coming, so that was it for us.
Now let me ask you this. Speaking of jail, have you watched Gone in 60 or not Gone in 60 Seconds, 60 Days In on Netflix?
So no, but because I feel that I have watched it before. Isn't that weird? Like, I know the show, but I don't know it.
Well, they do different seasons.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The new season came out. I was like, have I watched this show before? I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you.
I see so many. I see so many shows like that I'm confused.
I get it because it is pretty cliche. Like, it's definitely not America's best television, but I'm not gonna lie. I can't argue with you. I really can't. Like, this is one of the few things, Hery, where I'm like, I'm not even going to debate what Hery's saying because that makes complete sense. They all are.
Yeah.
But I got sucked into it, and I did feel the same as I was watching all 16 episodes the other day. And it was really cool because they did, I don't want to, like, ruin it, but they did something, like, different in that one that I'd never seen before. And it was pretty cool. Like, within one season, they put 2 rounds of people into the jail. And it was like, yeah, I won't ruin it, the spoiler, but it was pretty cool. But like, at the same time, like, you look at these jails and you're like, this is what's wrong with America. This is what's wrong. Yep. Because we're not helping anybody in those motherfuckers, bro. Like, those people are.
No, though. Well, growing up with a dad who was in prison most of his life, I can tell you the system it's not designed for rehab. It is not.
And it kind of hits me in the chest, man. Like, I can't compare what I've went through to having a father that was in and out.
Yeah.
I can't even begin to do that. But what I can relate through mom's boyfriends and stuff growing up, that we kind of called like stepdad, and all that stuff. And at the time as a child, you don't understand. But now that I can, with today's shows and everything, and you get the opportunity to tap into the jail system, at least. Yeah. It's pretty disappointing.
The system.
It's pretty disappointing.
Yeah, the system for us that are outside is supposed to look like we're working with them, to make sure that when they come out, they are in a better position that they were before they got in. That is how it's present to look for us, right? Mm-hmm. In all reality, none of that money that we pay in taxes and all that shit that is for them for their rehab, it doesn't go. You can see across United States how many prisons are in bad shape, And the reality is that this is going to sound bad, but I'm not saying this should be okay, if that's okay. But once you commit a crime, you lose that option and that voice.
But isn't it kind of bullshit that in the United States, like the land of freedom, that's how it works? I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but that's not free. You don't have freedom in there.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You don't have freedom. You lose that right when you make your mistake. But for us outside, here we are having this battle, this conversation, because we believe in opportunities and we want the best for them as our families, whoever that is in prison, and you want the best for them, and you think they deserve a chance to come out in a better way. That's how we see it. But that at the end of the day, without the government saying no. This is the way of them showing that this is what it is. You go into prison, you lose your right, and they still come out and say this. They're going to try to say whatever they can to make us feel better. This is what we're doing. This is what we're investing, so that you outside kind of have some hope.
Yeah.
When you know the reality that it's not going to happen.
No, I mean, and I do. Wow, man, this is a great topic, but I don't I don't agree with America's prison system, like the private prisons and all that bullshit,
Yeah.
bro. I don't agree with it. Like I've educated myself enough as an adult to know that that is wrong. Prison,
Yeah.
we're not in the business. We are, unfortunately, as a country. I don't agree with it, but we are as a country, basically funding these private prisons, and the private prisons basically have all these loopholes where, in layman's terms, they don't have to necessarily abide by every rule the government would have to in their government-owned facilities, and it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's prison for profit, man.
And it's all like also like the real like society outside of prison. You have your area where it's a community where people that don't have too much money, and then you have a rich community. It's the same thing with prison. A rich person goes to prison. They're not going to a prison like the one in Colombia or Mexico. No, they're going to the nicest prison like that you can find in the state.
Ping pong.
Yeah, that is the reality. It's the same thing as outside of prison.
I even feel that way when like Lil Wayne was in jail. What was that like? What was that like? You think he was taking showers with the squad? Nah.
Give me my bitches.
YM.
But is that wow? What a topic! Great Thanksgiving.
No, but I mean, I'm actually glad we talked about that, man. That is so around the election time, I do encourage all of our listeners, at least here in the States. I know we have a lot of listeners that are probably laughing about our politics outside of the country, and I don't disagree. But look at the act of private prisons. I mean, it really is a hot topic that I don't necessarily have an answer to how we could change it, but I would love for America to have better prison reform, because when you compare us to countries that are significantly less in population, I do recognize that, but you look at countries like in the UK, in the Netherlands, things like that, Iceland, where they actually take these people in and have methods of rehabilitating these people and really helping to integrate them into society. When in the United States, once we put that stamp that you've been to any part of the prison system, even if you went in there for a misdemeanor, for the rest of your life, when you get pulled over, we see here you had a joint on you when you were 20 years old at a bar. You're now 35. You got an ounce of weed in the back? Yeah. What's going on? Not much has probably changed. And it's bullshit. But at the same time, I also understand there's some people that take advantage of the system. So that's where I hope that somebody much smarter than me can come in one day and actually create a solution.
Well, also what's the other issue is that it starts from outside too. You have a judge system, right? You have all these judges, and they technically can do with the law whatever they want. Whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you 10 years for walking with marijuana, and I can give this other guy a probation because I want it for having cocaine. I can do it as a judge. I can make that call based on the law, whatever that is, right? And there's nothing wrong because they're following the law. It's just that at times, it depends on that judge that you're getting, if he's making the decision that is best for your rehabilitation.
And if he or she's having a good day that day.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah. What is the interest there? I'm going to put this motherfucker in prison for 10 years just because I want to. Just because he annoyed the shit out of me.
And on that note, you know what I'm going to do? I don't know if you've seen it before, but I'm sure you have it and don't realize it. There's a judge in New Jersey that there for a while was getting a lot. You know the guy I'm talking about that was always very nice?
Is it New Jersey or Boston? No, New Jersey.
And I loved how, it was just small claims court that he was handling, but it was so cool that he would listen to people's actual story. And I love when he would bring, the people, when they would bring their kids to court, and he would bring them up on the stage. What do you think we should do with your mom or dad? And I was like, oh, geez. And but it was cool because for a brief moment, you got to see the good side of the justice system where a guy's like, hey, this is just regular people, man. I'm not going to take your...
Yeah, I agree with you. My only concern about that is that when you stand in front of a judge, everybody's the nicest person ever. It's very rare that you see somebody acting up in front of a judge. It's less than the nice ones.
Oh, if you're going to act right, you're going to act right in front of...
Yeah. So when you sit in front of a judge, all of a sudden, if I was a judge, somebody can fall for it because I'm trying to get the best deal out of this. So I'm going to be the nicest angel you ever met, So that's why it's a little tricky for me to see that, because he's fair. He seems fair. But at the same time, I don't know the person standing behind that podium trying to play their,
And you see, like, that's where I'm saying, like, it sucks because, like, we can't look at things with a silver lining without saying, yeah, but at the same time, somebody could be. Like, I hate that American culture has driven itself to, it's always got to be a hustle. Like, if America, dude, they should just call us America, land of the hustle. Okay? Because everybody here's hustling in their own way.
Since that judge became viral, he has a line of people trying to make sure that they are the ones that go to that judge and not a different judge, because they think in their mind, if I go to this judge, I may get a good deal. I may come out of this one, in a good term, because he's a nice guy. He's a good judge. He's fair.
Well, but it's like you can't hate the guy for being nice, because when we're too strict, we say that we're putting everybody in jail for dumb shit. Now, I don't...
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. This is cool. This is a cool topic. I didn't expect for us to get here. I love this show. Just My Opinion podcast all day. What's your thoughts on people in jail for marijuana?
At this day and age.
Correct.
At this day and age, it needs to stop. You do not put somebody in prison for marijuana. Unless you caught somebody with a plane full of marijuana. I mean, but there's a line where you as a judge, you have to say, this is stupid.
I agree.
I caught this kid. Now, in my days, it was a big deal. Okay, in my days growing up, you were caught with a blunt, you're in deep shit. So yeah, I don't agree that somebody go. And again, a lot of other drugs. Not saying that they're okay. It's just, if I find a user with his pockets with cocaine or something like that, personal use, I don't know. Is it worth?
Well, and that's the thing, right? Like, because like each prisoner cost us X amount of dollars. Sorry, I would have came to this with some facts. I just didn't expect us to go down this route. But like they cost us X amount of dollars to put a person in jail. Thousands of dollars to put them in jail of people's time, collectively even. And then the supplies, and then we have to house them and feed them, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're doing all of this for somebody, just like you said, who had a blunt on them, or had a little bit of weed, or even a dime bag of cocaine. Like, I'm not saying that I agree with the narcotic stuff. I get it, they're type 1. But at the same time, to literally wreck somebody's... I understand the concept that they made that decision to have that on them. And if it's and if it's a second, third time offense, by all means, different thing. But I do believe in a first time grace pass.
Yeah.
And
our laws are outdated.
Yes.
So that's, I think, where it needs to start. You need a team of, whether if it's judges and secretaries of all that, and get together and say, we're going to start revising for the next period of time all these different laws, and we have to tweak them and adjust them to today's day and age.
Yeah, but
you can't have somebody in prison for marijuana, for a blunt.
I think
that's stupid.
You're wasting people's lives away. And they,
you know how much we had to eat when we saw the cops around?
Well, and that's my thing, bro. Is it's like,
eat that shit, eat it. Well, it's on. I don't care. Eat that shit. Burn your lips.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, it's like, I don't think that it's appropriate in that system. I know there's a lot of people there that agree with that, and I don't understand with everybody in the country pretty much in agreement. I mean, because pot is damn near legal in all 50 states, at least on the mainland, all 48. It's pretty much almost legal in more than 50% of those states at this point. So why do we have these decisions being made to put these people away and ruin their careers or their life all over marijuana when their next door neighbor, because they can afford it, are able to get a pot card and have up to 3 pounds a month with them or something?
Yeah, but it's all about the money too. Why is it for me not okay to smoke a blunt and you kill yourself with diabetes?
I feel the same way when it comes to why can a doctor prescribe
You're drinking
Xanax?
all that Kool-Aid. You're drinking all that Kool-Aid. Look at your feet. You're losing toes. And then you're getting mad at me for smoking marijuana.
And the same goes for me with, I feel exactly the same when it comes to pills. Like, if a doctor
Yeah.
can legally put out pills and all this bullshit, then, and all that bullshit, why can't...
Why am I getting in trouble? Go start with the source. Where is it coming from?
Thank you.
You gotta watch, there's a documentary, I watched it a while ago, it's called The Pharmacist. Have you seen it?
Yes! Did we talk about that in the last season?
No, this was before our time. It was so freaking good.
Ooh, that was heavy. That was very heavy.
And the lady, the doctor, had no freaking nerve. No chills. She just stood there and...
She was open about what she was doing. And then pretended she acted like what she was doing was to help people. I was like, bitch.
Yeah.
No.
So we suffer. That pharmacist lost his son. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And this lady, what, just lost her license?
Yeah, like, it took years.
That's it. Think about our system there.
And she didn't go to jail.
And she didn't go to jail.
And that's where I will agree with you. And that's part of the system that I say is wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I get it. I'm not oblivious. I have white privilege. I get it. But...
Yeah. It's like our police are trained. The culture is, I'm watching the guy outside driving that car, right? Regardless of where he's coming from. And then the society, which is divided, you have your doctors, lawyers, attorneys, all that kind of stuff. They're almost untouchable.
Oh, yeah, like they're scared.
We're not going straight to the source. Where's all this coming from? Now, there is a team effort there. You know, there's a guy outside and, you know, that happens, but that's a whole different thing. But, again, we lose lives all the time, and then you have a dad who's going crazy because he can't find who killed his son. But we take our time, you know, trying to find these answers, which are clearly sometimes there, like in this case. That pharmacist, that doctor was just handing out prescriptions.
Yeah, and that was difficult to watch. That was a difficult show to watch, and if you haven't watched that, I would encourage you, along with 60 Days In, to check out The Pharmacist on Netflix. That was definitely Netflix.
I can understand the guy. As having kids, as a father, I think something that happens to you, I think you will do anything to find an answer. Because that's what he wanted to know. The cops, he felt like the cops were not doing anything about it.
And they weren't. They weren't going to figure it all out.
Well, nobody was talking. Yeah, but you're getting paid to find that person. Not me. I'm the dad. And why am I doing your job? I moved everything in the world to find who did it.
Well, it's the same as when we went down to do the stuff for your pops.
Yeah.
We found more than the cops did, and
yes,
one
correct.
day
We found everything that happened of my dad in hours.
And Hery and Mike's investigative
were
team.
Almost 2 months in the story. Yeah, 2 months trying to find what happened to my dad or who my dad was. 2 months, and we did it in hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was impressive. We were in people's houses.
We can be fucking detectives.
Bro, we definitely could be detectives. We could be on a documentary at some point. What?
We're going to put our information out there. If you have some issues, if you're looking for something, you need answers, and the cops haven't helped you, Mike and Hery.
Message us on Just My Opinion on the gram.
And we'll find the answers.
Bro, what if we did?
We smell the bullshit from far away.
We're sitting here running our mouths, and then all of a sudden somebody's going to email us this case, and then here we are trying to play sleuth, giving updates. How cool would that be?
I will go for it.
So, on that note, talking about jail, I'm going to lighten things. Tiger King 2. Did you watch it?
Say what?
Have you watched the new season of Tiger King?
I did that. Oh, you know I did.
I ain't. That bitch Carol Baskins is still in there.
Oh my goodness. What? Talk about what's wrong with this world.
This is what's wrong with America.
You know, whoever did the second season, their goal was to tell you that all these people are fucked up.
Dude,
that's what the second season was about.
I couldn't agree with you more. I told somebody about it yesterday. I was telling Justin and Olivia, and close friends of mine, guys. I'm sure you heard me talk about them. And I was with them, and I said, "Hey, did you watch Tiger King 2?" And they're very big animal lovers as well. She was his wife, and she was like, "No, I haven't watched it yet. What's it about?" And I said, "You have to watch it." I said, basically, all of the zoos in America that aren't like state owned or government owned are shutting down because.
Yeah,
And I don't blame them. Like, because once you get it's just that type of thinking is outdated. And it doesn't work anymore. People aren't okay with you putting animals like that in cages.
Well, you're right. It's outdated. These are not professionals either. That's the worst. I mean, come on. They are not prepared at all to take care of these animals. They're not. You're not. When you only eat jerky all day long, that doesn't mean you qualify.
Well, hey, he was eating more than jerky. He was eating some tube steak, too, as well.
Well, what's his name?
Jeff Lowe, where he had all the ladies.
No, the other one, Kurt. What's his name?
Oh yeah. Oh, someone with a T, wasn't it?
His partner,
Travis.
No. Oh my God! Now I'm gonna.
Tyler.
That dude was messed up. He was carrying a fake grenade.
Yeah, bro. And he admitted some kid gave. Yeah, and he was like, "You can find me. I ain't saying I'm gonna hurt nobody." And then he holds up the grenade. But I ain't saying shit for myself. Motherfucker said I'm blowing myself up.
I was like, this guy. As I'm watching the episode, I said, this guy is crazy. He's gonna kill someone.
Tim.
But then all of a sudden, it was just an act.
Yeah.
It was an act. He was a bitch.
Yeah. It was all ridiculous. And then he had an alter ego named Sue. What the fuck?
He did a coloring and he put his name in the bottom. He put Sue.
Watching that show could have created a whole nother 5-minute stand-up set on white people. Okay, this is why people look at white people and go, oh my God, he might shoot the place up. Because there's idiots like that in the world.
I'm disappointed a little bit on Joe. I gotta admit. Joe let his hair go. It's not blonde anymore. Somebody needs to hook him up. Send him some colors in prison. You saw his bangs?
He still got the bangs. Heavy bangs.
He still has the bangs, but they're not blonde anymore. I think he's hilarious. He's hilarious. You saw that I dressed up as like him for Halloween.
Oh, dude, you look good.
I look good.
You look
right?
good.
That shirt, dude. That shirt. I was sweating bullets that day with that shirt. Hey, I felt bad, but yeah, it was interesting to watch that every episode was trying to say that these people were messed up. Yeah. But anyway, do you think that she killed her husband?
Oh,
Carol?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. That bitch Carol Baskins.
So, I don't know. She looks a little fragile to do something, but I think she is involved in making sure that happens.
Well, one of two things happened. Okay, here's my hypothesis. Okay, one of two things happened. The motherfucker was shot, like they kind of predicted in the show. Spoiler alert.
In Costa Rica?
No, I think. Well, they found him. Remember the psychic? Why do white people think psychics know everything? This is.
He pretended. He got emotional and shit. You saw that?
Yeah. There was a chicken packet. There.
I saw. I had to go rewind it because wait, what?
And they cut.
What are we talking about now? What does the chicken has to do with this?
They cut back to the chicken packet, and it's just an empty yellow chicken tray.
And they zoomed it. Wow. Breaking news.
There was a chicken packet. There really was.
It was a chicken.
I'm like, okay.
What?
So, I'm waiting for the camera to pan, and somebody was grilling chicken tenders on site for the crew, and it blew away. Oh, I'm sorry, that blew away.
Oh my God! So I
wait.
There is something I guess on the news.
My hypothesis. So one of two things happened: what they predicted on the show, without trying to ruin it all, and I think number two, maybe him and Carol made a plan for him to disappear. He gets to keep his money, but he's sending her checks through an account. You know what I mean? Chopped up. And he's disappeared somewhere. Because you remember the last show we watched that kind of had somebody disappear, Cocaine Cowboys, where the guy lived in Kissimmee and nobody knew where he was for all of those years. So I do believe that this guy is probably late in life right by now. But he could have been sending her checks.
You have to think about it, because who supports her zoo?
That's what I'm saying. If he was like, look, you get...
That's a very expensive thing to do. And if that's the case, they need to shut her zoo down. Because they don't look any better than the other ones.
That's what I'm in full agreement.
That fucking zoo is a disaster. Just because she themes and she dressed like a tiger, that doesn't mean it's in good conditions. That ain't no fucking Mickey Mouse.
Dude, I think that whole... And then, like, they try to make me feel bad. Everybody keeps calling me and telling me my business is bad. And I don't Bitch!
But she's cold as hell. She is cold. When he died, she had no emotions. You saw the clip from the news. She was just standing there doing the interview.
Yeah. And that's where I say, like, could she have...
At least pretend.
I definitely think she could have taken part in it, or she's very well aware of this motherfucker's whereabouts.
Do like the kid from Milwaukee who just got innocent. He pretended he cried.
Yeah.
Do the same thing. Too soon?
Yeah.
You know he was faking it.
So
you know he was faking that cry.
Oh, dude, on that topic, like, okay, first and foremost, my father, let me speak for white people when I say this, because we've been getting embarrassed a lot lately, okay,
I wish people could see us, because what was his face doing? What was he doing?
Yeah.
Doing the eye shit? What was that?
And the questions, so you're telling me a shrimp fried that rice? Well, it is shrimp fried rice. Why are we talking about this in court?
Yeah, and we're showing this live.
Bro, if
people to see this shit.
And like they had to show,
embarrassing.
They had to show OJ's clip on the documentary where he said that, that bitch killed her. And all this stuff. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we're bringing OJ back into it."
Then she did.
But
she did.
Yeah, man,
if anybody knows about that, it will be him.
Dude. And then they fired the attorney because they said he wanted too much attention. Why does the attorney have them throwing balls at baseball games? Why is this?
You know what? Oh, no. You know who's living the life? The fat Chucky. What's his name? The one who's snitching all of them?
Oh, yeah. My God.
I call him the fat Chucky. Oh, my goodness. What is wrong with that guy?
What I really don't like is I don't like that guy with the bandana. With Jeff Lowe. I don't like him.
Yeah.
I see him and I want to punch him in the face. Like he looks like a bad guy.
I think he thinks he's untouchable.
Well, I mean, to a certain degree, for his age, to be slinging it to multiple females religiously.
He's taking pills. He has to take the blue pill.
He's got to be taking something.
There's no way you take those two ladies and you're all night long and they're so happy.
No way.
Plus, you put blue pill and money. Mm-mm. And you get a tiger.
Maybe he's one of those guys that just gets to watch or something. I don't know. Maybe that's why he does it.
Who knows, right? Well, that will come out one day. Trust me. When they break up, that's going to come out. That's going to be the 4th season. Yeah,
we'll see if he's really got a big dick. Because after the breakup, if she omits that he's still got a big penis, then it was big. But otherwise, if they go... inches.
You're right. But yeah, that's a crazy show, man. I watched it on the same day, I think.
Dude.
I watched it at work.
It was crazy. And it's not even really about Joe as much.
No. I'm telling you, it's about telling the stories about all these people.
I think that the 3rd season will be more about Joe.
Well, now he's in the hospital now. He has cancer. You heard that?
No.
Yeah, he has cancer.
I got cancer.
Yeah. I like how he's talking to the camera, but you only can see his forehead.
Yeah, his forehead and his eyes. It's like, bitch, look up.
Oh, it was kind of interesting to see his story when he was a cop.
That was interesting.
He was a cop.
And look, did they make Joe Exotic look better in this season? Yes.
Well, no. Not that they make him look better. It's that the other ones are fucked up. So they make him look like a little kid.
Well, and at least Joe... yeah, Joe actually seems like the lesser of the evils, right? So, what I did like...
The serial killer, what's it called? The Sicario almost cried on screen.
Yeah.
The guy who was going to do the killing got emotional. Like, stop for a minute, recording.
That shit's fucked up, man. I shouldn't have put him in there.
I was like, this is not a Sicario. This is not a Sicario.
What I did like about it was that Joe, in the very end, at least had he took ownership over what he had done wrong. as far as saying, like, I know now after being in, and I get it. Some people are going to hate on this line, and I'm not disagreeing. You know, you're allowed to your opinion. My opinion is that I loved the fact that he's been in there long enough where he's realized what he was doing to the animals was wrong. And he said that. He did say, look, I now know that what I was doing was wrong, and
I feel like my tigers.
Yeah,
in here.
I feel like my tigers in these cages, and I shouldn't have done that, and I fucked up. And when I get out of here, I'm going to get the hell away from that bitch Carol Baskins. Like,
yeah.
But the thing is, Joe Exotic gets out of jail, he's famous for life. He's famous. That's the bullshit of it all, right? Is these guys have a following to where people were buying buses and private jets and limos.
Although they don't live like it. Isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting to me. Like,
they are nasty. Their houses are dirty. Everything is like, ew, you know? But they got the money.
Allegedly, right?
Well,
how much?
That guy's playing golf over there, hitting Carabasket and all them.
How about that guy when he was golfing? How about that? What I need is a little bandana and a little fucking hat. Here, you fucking motherfucker. Fuck you, Joe.
And he hit it with passion,
bro. And
he hit that ball like,
and he was hitting them good. It's hard to golf like that.
Oh yeah, he's a pro. You can tell he's good at it.
Fuck you, cunt. I was like, oh my gosh. Never seen anybody take out their anger in golf.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that next time when I go.
Maybe that's why I haven't been golfing good all these years. I haven't channeled my anger on the course.
Yeah, I have to have a purpose. I have to have a vision. Like,
yeah, we should do an episode on a golf course. Maybe not the full recording, but do clips on every hole while we're out there and put it together for the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take you golfing and we'll talk about shit while we're out there.
I have enough names for 18 holes.
Yeah. About to fuck this one up.
And let's have a beer too. That's the best part of golf.
Yeah, dude. That was a crazy documentary. Season 2 Tiger King.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend people watch this.
Yeah. For some reason, it feels like we're in Thanksgiving because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
It's chaos, and that's what you get in Thanksgiving with families and friends.
Everything's chaotic until the prayer.
And anyway, his colors, his like blonde, and he likes that orangey stuff. That kind of goes with the fall, so.
Yeah. Maybe I'll dress up as him for Thanksgiving.
Somehow he managed to find a new boyfriend.
Bro, and he is gorgeous.
These motherfuckers in prison is finding better relationship than people outside.
Bro, and that's what's wrong with the world. I mean, Pete Davidson's fucking Kim Kardashian now.
You believe that shit? I don't believe it.
I definitely believe it. Pete Davidson is alleged to have like a foot-long dick.
Well, but
okay. Bro,
but
this man.
But here's my thing. I don't think she will fall for him. I think this is all publicity. You know.
Pete Davidson don't care. Pete said,
Well, no, I know he probably don't care. I'm just saying this is what it is.
Oh,
that's what it feels like.
This is her rebound.
I don't think she's gonna go. Well, I mean, she was with Kanye, so who knows? It doesn't matter at this point. But I can see this from her, another
Ray J.
way of staying on the loop. You know, staying on TV, on the news.
Well, and then I don't discredit Pete Davidson for being able to.
No.
My man got Ariana and he got Kim K. And
the other one. There was another actress, and he was a little bit dating the girl from the what's the vampire movie? I forgot the what was her name? The British accent, the British lady.
Like from Twilight stuff.
Gosh, Underworld.
Oh yeah.
There was a rumor that they were dating too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that one? I don't know. I hopefully I'm not saying that.
A couple years ago, I think it was.
But yeah. Well, that's what I believe. I'm not sure. But yeah, what is he doing? And he has admitted he has so many issues in life, and somehow I guess that is attractive.
Man, if that's the case, bro, come on, ladies. We're going to have them.
Yeah.
We can't be famous. We're going to be fighting them off. If they like men with problems.
Right? I take these kind of pills. I take this. I take that.
His tattoos.
I have panic attacks. I have anxiety. I'm going to name it all. I'm going to bring my doctor's note to my next date.
Yeah. I don't understand either how that couple is a couple, but yeah. No, it's
that's gonna. There's no way he wants to be around a woman with 4 kids like that.
No, bro. And Kanye, that's a hell of an ex-husband to compete with. I mean, like it or love it, Kanye is like a zillionaire. Like, this guy's got hundreds of millions of dollars.
Allegedly,
bro. You're on Saturday Night Live. Like, I don't know that you can keep up.
Well, but there's another guy in Saturday Night Live who's dating Scarlett Johansson. So, I mean, come on.
That guy's a pimp.
Anything's possible.
That guy's a pimp. Because if I could date Scarlett Johansson... You don't like Scarlett Johansson? Get out of here.
Well, she is gorgeous. I'm just saying, but like how that happens? You know? Anything is possible these days. You see?
You know?
Just dream big. Dream big.
I would agree.
That's all you can do.
Dream big asses and titties, and you'd be like Pete Davidson.
There you go. I would love to hear how the meeting the kids will go with Pete. You're right.
I don't know that if I'm Ye, and you know, and the bad part is you have to ask yourself, is he probably better to watch the kids than Kanye? I don't know. Already, I'm thinking he might be. North, this is Uncle Pete. Oh, hi.
So awkward. Awkward.
Yeah.
Man. Anyway.
Son of a gun.
I have to go shopping probably today or tomorrow. I told you I'm getting stuff for Coquito.
Coquito.
We have to make Coquito for the holidays.
Puerto Rican delicacy.
Yes. We love Coquito, so I have to buy all the ingredients so we can make enough for the house.
And speaking of which, I think when the time comes, I was thinking about this over the weekend, I would like to do a Three Kings episode around Three Kings Day where you can explain a little bit, and we'll have fun with it. But I'd like to explain to the listeners more about Three Kings Day, what it is and what it means to the culture. Because I think people know about it. Look, I'm telling you from somebody who knows about Three Kings Day, but I don't know about Three Kings. I'm aware of the day on a calendar. I'm not aware of what it means to the culture. And I would love
we'll talk about it.
To do that.
We definitely, I don't know I don't know if this is correct, but I feel like Puerto Ricans have the longest holiday season because of Three Kings Day.
Well, you guys celebrate traditions very well. I think that's a thing in Hispanic culture because family was always a big topic for you guys. And, you know, above everything else. And it's not to say it's not for white folks. I'm not trying to pigeonhole myself, right? No. At the same time, the culture, I think, respects the tradition.
We like to be
more.
together during the holidays. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. And we like to get gatherings and parties and a lot of food and music, you know. For me, it's very special, Thanksgiving. You know that Thanksgiving Day, 15 years ago, was the day that I made the decision to move to the United States.
15 years ago.
Yeah. I got here on a Black Friday. From Puerto Rico. Thanksgiving dinner, I thought I was thinking about this, and I guess I said out loud in front of the family, I'm moving to the United States. And like everybody dropped their forks and knives, clink, clink, and looked at me like, what? What happened? And it's actually like, can we talk about this later? I was like, sure. I didn't realize what I just did, right? But that was the decision I made at that moment, and I just said it out loud without thinking. And I remember I called somebody who was in the States already here in Florida, and I said, hey, do you have a room for me? I'm not going to say who, and because that wasn't well. But and one day we can talk about the story. But yeah, that's when I moved to the United States the next day. I found a ticket, and I moved here with $250. And the adventure began. But it's been 15 years now.
Wow, so congratulations.
I love Thanksgiving. Yeah. And you know my story, so one day we'll talk about it. But it's I love Thanksgiving. I think that's one of the reasons for it.
No, and I can't. Okay, so I like Thanksgiving because we have turkey and ham at our families. I don't have nearly as good of an impact. My thing about Thanksgiving, I think this is a good topic for us to end on. Why we're thankful for the holiday is, I get really thankful for Thanksgiving because it's like Christmas without the gifts. and I love that everybody's.
But you feel you got something out of it.
I feel connected with my family for a day to where it's just so nice for your connection that brings everybody together. At least for me, I'm really big on food. I love the connection of that. And I think that's why I connect well with other cultures, is because I love that your dish, even though I may not always like it, that's brought, from each family member. It's nice to say, like, this is something from your home. It's one little thing to tap into your family. And I love when everybody brings them together. Even though we're all from the same family, we cook differently, we make things differently, different things, da-da-da-da. It's just so nice for everybody to set their bullshit aside for a day.
Yeah.
And
like I said, it's a very special day for me.
Because
when every year that I feel like things are getting better and better for me, I can sit and look back at that day that I said I'm moving to the United States. And I feel really good.
You should.
It makes me, at least for that moment, I feel like, wow, look at this.
Well, bro, it takes a lot of cojones. And we should talk about that more to definitely elaborate. And I know that one story you're talking about, and I know that'll be shared on your time. But it is seriously for you, man. I think that is amazing. I don't think I even realized that was kind of your anniversary to move for some reason. Now, when you say it out loud, I'm like, oh, well, yeah, you're right. You told me that. But I guess I just forgot. And that is pretty cool, man. That's definitely an anniversary of the times. I know, wow. I am excited, but I'm excited for you now. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and you never think about it until the day gets here. Oh, wait. 15 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Time flies.
It does.
I moved here and I had hair.
Those days are long gone.
And then it's bad when you have more hair in your eyebrows than your head.
This motherfucker.
Anyway, but yeah, it's awesome time. So, this was nice. This was nice today. So, it's always good. So I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. We'll talk more, but if I don't see you or don't talk, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving with your family. And I hope those pictures come amazing with your plaids and red shirts and maybe white pants. I don't know. I can't see. I can't wait. And your amazing dinner, and you guys have love and have fun loving each other.
I too hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving and an anniversary of your coming to America. I'm thankful that you came, even though you didn't know me when you come. I'm glad that you did come here, and I am thankful for all my friends like you, man, and I'm thankful for our podcast and our listeners and just life, man. I mean, it's to where we were when we first met to where we are today, bro, is
right.
It's night and day, and I'm happy to be headed in the right direction. And I got a lot of good stuff we didn't even dig into today, so I'm happy. Next week, I feel like I'm already ready to talk again. So
yeah, we can go forever. It's awesome. You have to be thankful because if things are great, look at this. Like we just said before we started the podcast. When you have somebody who cares for your couch, you're doing good. You gotta be thankful.
Yeah, you gotta be good.
You're thankful.
Yeah,
you have to be thankful. So I'm thankful for that because I know it will be the same way the other way around. So
yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
I care for your couch.
Thank you, bro. That says a lot. We came a long ways.
But yeah, anyway, I'll talk to you soon. And like I said, have a good week, man. Enjoy it. Have fun with the family.
You do the same, muchacho.
I can't wait to see the pictures anyway, too. So.
Oh, we're gonna have some pictures and some stories.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, man. Well, everybody have a good Thanksgiving, and we'll talk next week, I guess.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, there you go. Bye.
Bye, bro.